I beat Mario 64 as a Goomba, and that might not sound crazy, but when you find out Goomba can't jump or even grab anything, it's pretty insane. The game started off like normal. Jumping isn't required to get you into the castle, so we walked right in. And we were met with our first obstacle.
Oh, that's gonna be a problem.
Normally you just use Mario and just jump into the painting, but since we can't jump, we need another way to get into the first painting. I tried attacking to get in, but we couldn't get enough air with Goomba's kicks. So how are we meant to jump into the painting without the ability to jump? Well, we can get a little bit of air with the dive roll.
Okay, well that worked.
You see, Goomba still has a few actions he can do. We can still kick, dive, slide kick, and dive roll. And using the dive roll, we have just enough height to make it into the painting. However, now that we are in the painting, there's not much we can do. If we go up the mountain, Goomba can't even grab King Bob-omb, so that star is impossible. And the other stars aren't even available until after we defeat King Bob-omb. Well, all the stars but one. We could still get the star behind Chain Chomp's gate, but to reach the star we need to ground pound this pole to set the Chain Chomp free. That's pretty much impossible at this point, so I did the next best thing. I used the box from the start of the level to clip through the gate. Now Goomba was able to grab the box by diving into it rather than actually grabbing it, but even after getting past the gate, there was still one issue. The star is set too high to grab as Goomba. Whatever we do here, kicks, dives, rolls, will not work. Goomba needs to be able to jump to grab this star. So that's it. It's impossible. Unless there's still a way to jump. You see, when you pause the game, the character pauses as Mario. And since Mario is the base for every single character, there is one frame after you unpause where an input can be detected as Mario. And on this one frame, Goomba can jump. So in order to jump, I need to hit a frame perfect input after pausing every single time. And so, I began the process of trying to get this one frame input to make Goomba jump.
The thing is, this star, it's stupid high. It's like the highest star. Okay. No! Okay. Let's go! We got a star! Woo!
And now that we finally got the star, we can unlock the next star door. These next stars are pretty straightforward. It's literally a slide, so all we have to do is get to the bottom twice and we can get 2 stars. Now we can move on to the next level, Whomp's Fortress. Instead of navigating through all the tight jumps at the beginning of the level, I skipped all of those by kicking up this ledge. Now all I had to do was defeat the Whomp King. Here's how that went.
Watch this. Yes! Yes, we got one. Okay. Yes!
Let's go. After defeating the Whomp King, I got this star by using a pause frame jump and then a kick to get under this ledge. And finally, I slowly climbed the tower to get another star. And for the last 2 stars before the first Bowser, I just grabbed the aquarium and chest star in the water level area. Goomba can still somewhat swim even though it's really slow, so these were still technically possible. But now that we have 8 stars, we can take on the first Bowser. Using the tricks I learned from the earlier stars, I slowly navigated to Bowser, though we did have some trouble with a few of the jumps. Like this entire section right here felt like it was made to make me miserable. It's a series of jumps that normally would be really easy as Mario, but with the time limit from this switch, it's incredibly difficult. But finally, I got lucky enough and barely made it. Now all we had to do was defeat Bowser. And this fight was pretty standard. The only difference is that Goomba has to grab Bowser's tail with a dive. But what is he even grabbing him with here? His feet? I guess it doesn't matter as long as it's possible. So we beat Bowser and now we have access to many more levels. But before we go to the new levels, I grabbed a few stars in Cool Mountain. And I also did this cool trick to skip the wall kicks on this star.
Yeah, way easier than doing like a wall jump.
I then went to Big Boo's haunt and pretty much completed every star there. Honestly, this level was probably the easiest to complete, but we still had to do some tricks. Like I did a side flip wall kick to get up here.
I did it!
So I'm kinda getting the hang of it. So yeah, we defeated King Boo and finally went down to the basement. Normally, Mario could clip through this door using a rabbit, but since Goomba can't grab anything, we can't actually get the rabbit through this door. So we'll need to collect all 30 stars to see Bowser. So that's what we did. We got a few stars from Shifting Sandlands and completed every star in Lethal Lava Land. But when we got to Hazy Maze Cave, we had an issue. This jump off of the sea monster is so difficult, so I decided to go back and grab some of the slower but easier stars before Bowser. Now this Bowser stage was much easier to navigate, but the Bowser fight itself was more difficult. This time Bowser has a ground pound attack to flip the stage, and normally you would jump here, but instead I just used Goomba's kick. Once we grabbed Bowser and tossed him into the bomb, we got the key to the second floor, giving us access to even more levels. And these I did all out of order because most of them were either really easy or so difficult and required precise jumps that if I failed just one frame perfect jump, I would have to restart the entire level. So at one point I decided to go back and try for some of the stars I missed in Hazy Maze Cave. Now I knew what I needed to do to skip the entire sea monster section of the cavern star, but it was gonna take a while. What I was trying to do was complete a speedrun trick to glitch over the cave and fall down to grab the star, but it was taking forever. And finally, after so many tries, I did this. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, yes! Yes, finally! Oh my gosh, that took so long. After backtracking to collect enough stars, I reached the 3rd floor and finally had access to the last few levels of the game. All we had to do was get 20 more stars. The good news is every single star in TikTok Clock is possible. Bad news is it was just gonna take a while. So I kept going until we finally had the last star of TikTok Clock to collect. I was using a feature of this level where if you step into the level at a certain time, everything is frozen. But normally you would reach the last star with all the clock pieces running, which would allow this piece to move into position. So what I had to do here was a triple jump wall kick. I had to do a 4-frame perfect jump and hope I don't mess up at the end of it. I tried over and over and finally I got it. Yo! We made it! I thought we just fell for a second. We did it. Now for the last few stars, I went back and unlocked both the Vanish Cap and the Metal Cap, which let us collect several easy stars. And finally, we reached 70 stars, the amount of stars we need to reach Bowser. This Bowser level had another time jump staircase, but this time I had so much practice with the frame perfect jump at this point that I made it first try. I navigated through the rest of the level using frame perfect backflips and side flips everywhere, until finally we reached the final Bowser. Here's how it went. Alright, here we go, here we go. Alright, second hit and we're almost at full health. Never mind. Okay. So we'll probably get the second hit here. And then if I can grab his tail right now. Okay, perfect. Oh, missed. Yes, 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 we did it! We did it! We beat him! Alright, here's the last jump that Goomba's gonna do. Let's go!